Back again. I had to cut it up into little pieces. I'm not amused at this point about any kind of bullshit. Honestly, what you really got to grasp the concept here that everybody has a right to be their own unique self, regardless of what you think, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. You can do whatever the fuck you want in your home, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. The moment it rolls over onto somebody else, then there's going to be a problem. It's none of your damn business. It's like, oh, do you really have a penis or not? None of your fucking business. They made me go through an exam to prove it. It's none of your fucking business. And it's overwhelming to me that they think that this kind of thing is acceptable in our day. This is 2015, ladies and gentlemen. How in the world could you think that that's acceptable? We're working towards equality. We're working towards everybody having the rights that were given to us through the U.S. Constitution, Bill of Rights, all that stuff. Certain indelible rights, someone famous once said. That's what we're supposed to be working towards, and yet this is what we're dealing with. On a positive note, while I was in the clink, they did legalize gay marriage in all the United States. I don't know about the outlining, like Puerto Rico or whatever, but like I know in the 50 states, it's now legal for gay people to get married. Yeah, it's now legal for me to be married. Bravo. I'm very proud of everybody who did all the activism and everything to help open people's minds to the idea that it's not a big deal. It's really not going to, the whole world isn't going to end just because two gay people want to get married. It's really not. Really, it's what happens in their home, and what they do in private is their business as long as they're not hurting anybody else. I am not big on displays of public affection, whether you be heterosexual, homosexual, or whatever. I'm not really big on that. Holding hands, pet kissing, I'm cool with that. But, like, if you, like, suck face in front of me, I'm going to be like, dude, get a hotel room. I guess that's just a standard of decorum. I have old-fashioned gentleman dandy-like morals. I don't go into that whether you're gay or straight. Just because you got to respect other people, So, other than that, what you do in your own home is your own damn business. So who gives a fuck who my partner is? Whether he's male or female or otherwise. It's nobody's business. So, I'm so happy to hear that. So there's been some positives out there. But I'm overwhelmed by how negative people are when it comes to transgendered. And what some people don't even understand the concept of what that means, and there's a lot of different varying things that could mean. It could be a straight male who dresses up in drag for drag shows. You don't have to be gay to be a drag queen. I am, but you don't have to be. Let's take Twiggy Ramirez from Marilyn Manson for an example. He is a straight male, but he likes to wear dresses. You could categorize him as transgendered because it's a transitional gender role. He's transitioning from female to male, and he doesn't wear dresses all the time. So it's just something he likes to do when he chooses to do so. I read an interview with him talking about why they asked him why he started wearing dresses again when he came back to Marilyn Manson from Perfect Circle, or why he stopped wearing them and then started doing it again. And he said the reason why he stopped doing it was because it became expected of him to wear dresses. And he wanted to express all aspects of his personality and not just that, so he stopped wearing them for a while. But it was really cool to see him to wear it again, especially like the Twiggy dress itself, just because it's special to a lot of people. So it was really cool to see him, kind of get past that roadblock in his own personality. And I bring it up too because like I keep trying to explain to people. If you do something, nonconformity, basically. If you do something, if you do something that's the exact opposite of what the normal conformity is, just to not be a conformist and be a nonconformist, you're actually being a conformist because you're letting the overall majority dictate what you look like or what you think or how you feel or what kind of genre of style you decide to be. So you have to just be yourself, and regardless of what that is, whether it's what most people think is normal clothes or, you know, dramatic makeup or whatever, if that's who you are and that's what you're comfortable in, go for it. So I'm also against non-conformity just to go against conformity, because you're actually just conforming to what their concepts are. So I feel like when Twiggy said that he stopped wearing dresses because he felt that everybody was expecting it of him, that's basically non-conforming just to not conform, so it was actually conforming. So when he decided to start wearing them again every once in a while, I was really happy to see that, because it just showed that he was expressing himself and not going against the grain just because that's what because people expected him to wear dresses, so he went against the grain just because. So I'm glad that he got that worked out. Strange thing to talk about, but it's important for the situation. You could call him a drag queen. I don't really see it that way. It's just more his self-expression. But you could see it as transgender because he's crossing over the line to effeminate clothing. There are people keep asking what's the difference, like a transsexual, transvestite, so on and so forth. A transvestite is somebody who wears the opposite clothing for sexual pleasure. A drag queen is someone who does it for performances. They could be gay or straight, they just do it for the performance. There are transsexuals who are drag queens as well. A transsexual is someone who is transitioning from one gender to another. I believe hermaphrodites fall into that category as well, if they're choosing to go one way or the other. There are those who choose to stay both. There are people who choose to be transgender. This is the other thing I kept trying to explain to them, that it doesn't matter what's in my pants, it's what's in my head. If I see myself as a male, then I'm a male. And there are a lot of transgender people who decide not to have surgeries, but transition to a male or female role, because that's their personality. So it can be kind of complicated, but it's important. You know, I want to express my own unique personality, regardless of what that is. And, you know, label me as you want. I see myself as transgender, and I do see myself as a transsexual and a drag queen. I'm gay. You know, I'm grotesquely, fabulously gay. I'm so gay I can't function. If you've ever seen that movie. So is my husband. My husband is so fucking flamboyant. He is so utterly fabulously gay, he ejaculates glitter. He really does. Not literally, no, but that's his personality. It's really funny. And everybody's like, he can't be gay. And I said, honey, it's not that far of a leap. Here, look at some pictures and watch a video or two. It's not that far of a leap for him to, you know. It's like, I don't know how to explain that. It's just I guess you'd have to know him to like get it. But like it's really not that far of a leap. It's not the fucking Grand Canyon of a leap to grasp the concept that he's gay. If you've seen him and know him. So it's his choice. It's his choice to be gay. It's his choice to pick the partner he wants to be with. You can't force somebody to be something they're not. If he feels he's gay, then he's gay, and you can't change that. You can't force him to be gay. You can't force me not to be gay. You can't try and change somebody who's gay to being straight, no matter how much you want it to be that way. It doesn't work that way. You just can't. It's just not how it works. So, there's that. I'll be right back.